Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video I want to play again with the Dosa Colours Friendcation palette by Jessie and Katie that I bought off Emily, because obviously I play with some kind of more of the I played with the greeny gold shade last time, but obviously the blues are what I absolutely but obviously the blues are what I'm loving. And I also really love this shade here called Game Over. It's such a romantic kind of cranberry shade. So what I'm going to do, two looks, one being the really fun blue, yeah, just fun makeup look, and then something a bit more romantic with the cranberry shade. So yeah, I really hope you enjoy, and if you're interested then please keep on watching. Obviously I've prepped and primed my eyes. I have done my base makeup already. Let's zoom in a bit more. Okay, so I'm going to start off with the blue look first. So I'm going to begin with, I'm going to start off with the shade Churro first, which is kind of, I guess, a warm toned mid brown. I'm going to take it on a very fluffy brush. This is the 100% pure, this is the 100% pure E40 brush. Just picking up a little bit of this, and I'm going to start working this, oh, it's quite vibrant, onto the outer portion and take it through the crease as well. So it's definitely a pigmented shade. I'm just going to slowly work on this shade, buffing it right into the outer portion and into the crease. And I will go back and forth, adding more to kind of really build up this shade. It's going to act as our transition with the blues. So I'm going to pick up some more of that shade. Go ahead and build up. Yeah, these are definitely very pigmented shadows. Right, I'm going to do some more blending in a second, but I just want to build up on the other eye next and get the same intensity going. Then I'm going to use a different shade to go ahead and blend out the edges and soften aspects of it. I'm going to move to a Luxie 205 tapered blending, and I'm going to go in with the shade Necessary, this one here, to then soften the edges. I'm just going to pick up a small amount of this because I know these shadows are quite pigmented. And just go over these edges a little bit more to soften them. I'm actually going to build up that colour in this inner portion here. I mean, it's not as deep as Churro, so it's not going to have that really deep effect, but it's just going to add a little bit of shadow just in there, which I think actually would look quite nice. I'm going to take some of Churro just on a shading brush and run this along the lower lash line. And then taking the taper brush, which I did use for Necessary, but I'm not going to add anything else onto it at the moment. Just going to use that just to buff out. Okay, now I'm going to go in with the blue. A Moment, this bright blue first, on my finger and lay it down. And if I need to add a bit more eye primer, then I will do, but I just want to see how this goes. So taking some of this. Okay. Ooh. Oh my god. It's so reflective. It almost gives like a wet look to the eye, just the way the shimmers are in it. I will sort out the mess that's in the crease. I just want to lay down the colour first. Okay, what I'm going to do now is take a clean blending brush and go over the edges of the blue. I might pick up a bit more of Churro in a second, just to diffuse the blue into the transition shade in the crease section. So I'm just going to take a little bit more of Churro, which is the very first shade I used, the kind of more warmer brown, and just go over the edges in this inner corner. Okay, then what I'm going to do is then for the outer portion transition into Game Over, which is kind of more of a greeny blue. Mix them up with a brush. Go ahead and pat on. Let me just try it with a finger actually. Oh, maybe it's more like a black actually with shimmering as opposed to a blue. Bluey green. Okay. Comes out more like a black. It doesn't have as much shimmer as the other ones do. Oh, it's great for deepening out the corners, but I was kind of, I don't know why, I thought for some reason it was going to be more like a darker green blue. But it is more black. Okay, so what I am going to do is just blend again, make sure everything's nice and blended. Slightly over that with a Moment, the blue, just because I want that to really stand out. So I'm going to pick some up, whereas Just a Moment, oh, so pretty. Okay, so I'm just using that Game Over shade for deepening up the outer corners, and then I'm just going over with that blue again, so it kind of gives a bit of a deeper blue on this outer portion, but it will give me then the kind of impact of the shimmer and the wetness that I want effect on the lid. Just going to clean off my brush quickly, and I want to use Churro again, which was the first shade I used, the warmish brown. Just go over these edges again. Now what I am going to do is take my fluffy brush with Basic, the one we used to blend everything out, and just softly go over these edges just a little bit more. Right, I'm actually going to take some of Just a Moment as well, the blue, onto the lower lash line, just on the kind of, on this inner portion here. And then just pick up a little bit more of Churro and just run where those two colours meet. And just make sure that's kind of nice and blended. But just like a little pop of blue on the lower lash line. Nothing too heavy. Final step, just on a pencil brush, I am going to take Just a Kiss, which is this really pretty shade here. I'm just going to pop that in the inner corner. I'm not going to put anything on my brow bone. There's not really a colour in here that I would use for my brow bone. Okay, so that's the eye portion done. I love that blue shade. Like I said, it does give almost a wet look to the eyes. I think just with the shimmers kind of lay on the eye, it's really, really pretty. So definitely this one is more kind of dark, sultry, also fun because you've got the pop of blue, but something very, very bold. I am going to change the lips, so I've just got a lip oil at the moment on. But I do want to give a little bit of something extra to the lips. So I'm going to first of all go with the Benecos lip liner in brown. Then going to go in with Lily Lolo's Au Naturel. Not Au Naturel. Yes, Au Naturel. Then to finish off, my Lily Lolo lip gloss in Whisper. Okay, so this is look number one with the palette done. So like I said, I really want to play with this blue, that blue colour, and it's such a pretty colour. Love it. Definitely more for evening, something very bold, very fun. Quite dark and sultry as well at the same time. So it's definitely going to be quite a contrast between this look and then my next one, because like I said, the next one's going to be quite romantic. So yeah, I hope you like this look, but this is look number one done. Okay, so on to the more romantic of the two looks. So using this shade here, which actually is called Try Me. I think I said Game Over right at the beginning of the video, but this is called Try Me. So I'm going to use that shade, but I'm going to first of all start off with Girl Bye, because it's kind of the matte version of this almost, or it would be very complimentary anyway. Tapered 205 brush from Luxie. So I'm going to pick some of this up. Buff this onto the outer portion and through the crease. Again, a very pigmented shade. I'm going to try not to bring it as high up as I did the previous look, because I want it to be slightly softer of a look. Okay, I'm now going to go in with Basic to kind of blend that shade out now. It's a very pretty light nude colour. I think it'd be perfect just to blend these edges softly without adding too much colour to them. So I'm just going to use the same brush again just to go over those edges. Okay, I'm going to take a pencil brush and go back in with Girl Bye just to go along here, the lower lash line. I'm going to stick with this pencil brush and again go in with Basic just to soften that. Okay, I may deepen the edges in a minute, but I want to get the shimmer on now. So I'm going to go in with Try Me, beautiful shade. I think I am going to add Just a Kiss to it as well to get that really kind of pretty combination going. So I'm going to use my fingers again for this. I think it works quite well. Beautiful. Again, I'm not putting a base down. You could do if you wanted like a more impact or to prevent any fallout, because I'm getting a little bit of fallout, but it looks beautiful regardless. Okay, I'm going to take the Luxie brush, no extra product, just going in and making sure everything is blended nicely. Okay, then I'm going to take Just a Kiss. Again, this is going to be my inner corner highlight, but I'm also going to drag it right along this lower lash line as well, because I think that would be really pretty. So again, just on my pencil brush. Pretty. What I might do is actually just take some and feather it into the cranberry shade. Yeah, I really like that fade from that champagne to the cranberry in there. Gives like a more of a peachy tone in that section there, which I think is really pretty. Am I going to add a brown to it? What I might do is just on a pencil brush again, is I am going to take just a little bit of Cheens, the dark brown, and just very carefully go along just the outer portion along the lash line, just to give a little bit of definition there, but I don't want anything too heavy because I quite like how it is at the moment, but it's just going to emphasise the outer portion of my lash line. Do you know what, I'm actually going to take Just a Kiss again, which is this beautiful shade here. A little bit of my, I can put a little bit on my finger. I'm just going to pat over the cranberry shade a bit more, going further across, because I think it'll give it like a nice brightening effect right in this inner corner here. Oh, that's pretty. Now I'm going to add mascara. Okay, lips wise, definitely going for more of a pink tone in comparison to the last one. So I'm going to take the actually Colourpop Still Crazy Velvet Blur lipstick. I haven't really used these for a while. I'm just going to put a little bit on and then use my finger to blend, so it's a bit more of a muted colour. I'm not going to do lip liner because I don't necessarily want structured lips, I kind of want it to be more softer. Like that, and then am I going to add a gloss? Am I? Yeah, a Whisper lip gloss from Lily Lolo. Okay, and that is the second look done. So two very different looks. The first one very bold, dramatic. The blue was gorgeous. This one is slightly softer. I think if you wanted to make it even softer, you'd probably just get rid of the lower lash line and actually keep it quite top heavy. I think top heavy looks are slightly more softer and delicate in my opinion. But I think this is really pretty, something a bit more romantic. I don't think I've really played with cranberries for a while either, so it's quite nice to do colour combination like that. But yeah, so I just really wanted to play with this palette again because I only got one try with it, but I'm desperate to play with the blue in this palette, and this colour really intrigued me as well, so I want to do two looks for today's video. So I really hope you enjoy. Let me know which one is your favourite down below. I don't know which one's my favourite, because obviously I do love blue and it's very, it was a beautiful shade, really dramatic, bold, but also I really quite like this and the soft look and kind of the champagne mixed in with the cranberry to get the peachy tone. I really like as well. So, but let me know which is your favourite down below. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Leave requests down below as always, and I'll try my best to get on those. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.